Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. We're going to talk about Women's World Cup 2019. Women's World Cup 2019. So let's first talk about the pressing issue. First of all, congratulations to the women's soccer team. Uh, there's an issue, a pressing issue. Women's World Cup is not paid what the same as the Men's World Cup, specifically in the United States. So we're just talking about the United States. I don't know about any other country. I'm not from any other country. So why talk about them? So the big deal was they are not paid as much as Men's World Cup. Guess who else isn't paid the same as the men? The WNBA. What is the connection between the WNBA and the Women's World Cup? Viewership. Well, all the headlines are saying that Women's World Cup is breaking records in viewership. They are reporting that 1 billion people are watching the Women's World Cup. It's not talking about the United States. It's talking about worldwide. So let's talk about this. So before this year, 2019, let's talk about 2018. In 2018, women's group said that women's soccer in the USA should be paid the same as men. The FIFA official said the numbers aren't there in viewership. In 2018, TV viewers were 3.262 billion. That was TV viewers, and out-of-home digital viewers were 310 million, with a total of 3.572 billion viewers total. That comes out to an average of 64 matches, 191 million. I want to point out something, just a little something. PewDiePie is now making 10 million, getting 10 million views per video. Advertisers pay World Cup billions of dollars. PewDiePie doesn't make billions of dollars. But PewDiePie is actually blowing away World Cup. PewDiePie is blowing away late night TV. PewDiePie is blowing away late night talk show, which is the pinnacle of TV. You have the prime time, which is when people get off to after work, after school, after work, all the way till bedtime for children. But after bedtime for children, then all of the other people show up because it's really after work, after dinner, and they sit home, sit and watch TV because Americans eat dinner really early. I still eat dinner on European time, which is 10 p.m. Now, in the USA, viewership was down 13%. Why? Because the men's soccer team failed to qualify. But I believe it was to the tune of 1 billion people watch men's and something like 200 million watch women's. I couldn't find the numbers because when I went to go research the numbers, which I had heard before, it was gone. It was completely gone, and that's on DuckDuckGo. So DuckDuckGo is falling into the same exact thing as Google. So there is no perfect search engine, and so I'll be leaving DuckDuckGo and going to some other search engine here shortly. Now the headlines now say Women's World Cup is bigger than men's in 2018. But I just told you why. I just told, right? Go rewind the tape. and I'll tell you why it's bigger. Oh, one of the actual experts at collecting the data said that when they actually estimate these numbers, they're estimating. They're doing a computer program model because they can't actually get, let's say in Nigeria, the actual number of Nigerians who watch World Cup. They can't get it because they don't have a thing attached to their TV to see how many. I'm going to tell you, soccer in general, men's or women's, is not a big deal in the United States. People do not watch soccer in the United States. I know YouTube is really trying to stress Women's World Cup, and they're trying to create controversy with Piers Morgan laughing at the purple hair dyed woman playing soccer. I didn't know it was a woman until I saw YouTube said it was a woman. I was confused. I'm not going to apologize. The person looks like a strange man. There is no womanly features about her. Those are facts. I'm sorry. I know you want me to say, oh, she's brave and beautiful. She's a soccer player, so she's not brave. And objectively, she's like a 2. She's not a woman that looks like a woman. She doesn't look like a woman. And for those of you who don't get my comedy, this is comedy. I'm like Rodman. If you know comedy, I'm like Rodman. I'm being sarcastic, but I'm telling the truth while being sarcastic. And she has really short hair. Her hair is shorter. Her hair is shorter than my hair. Okay, my hair comes down to my shoulders. My hair, not a weave. So let's talk about this equal pay. So the Democrats in the House tried to pass. Let's take a look here. The House Democrats passed legislation titled the Paycheck Fairness Act in March that would require employers to prove that pay disparities aren't rooted in gender discrimination and ban asking prospective employees about salary history. So you can't ask an employee, first of all, what business is it of the government to get so ingrained in between the employer and the employee that they're banning the employer from asking how much did you make before? Let me tell you why an employer would ask how much you made before. They would ask how much you made before to determine if you were one of the stellar employees of your former company. If you were getting under market value for your services, maybe you're a problem child and they don't want to hire you at all. So stuff like that indicates history of the person. And the Senate, of course, is stalling. When they went to the White House to ask, the president said women should be paid equal to men if they do equal the work. Well, in this case, equal the work means viewership. They're saying in 2015 there was less viewership. Well, here's the problem with that. First of all, you're talking worldwide. You're not talking the United States. And second, you're talking about 2015 versus 2019. Something happened in between 2015 and 2019. What happened? The world population went up. More people ticked over to 18, 19, 20 in that 2015 versus 4 years. Do you think, just think about it. Somebody who was 14 years old is now an adult. Somebody who was 13 years old is now an adult. So they can make their own decisions and they can turn on the TV by themselves. I might be speaking out of hand, but I could not turn on the TV when I was a kid in my house. I was forbidden. The TV was only for adults to touch in my house. After a while, we didn't have a TV anyway, so it didn't matter. I didn't grow up really watching a TV after the age of like 10. No, 9. Yeah, so, yeah, my TV experience. So anyway, what do y'all think? Based on, so the numbers talking about women's soccer breaking world records, that's world record. That's not United States records. They're not putting out the United States viewer records. And as a matter of fact, all of the reports saying that viewership is down in the United States. Sure, it's breaking world records overseas because overseas countries who have never been in the World Cup are now getting into the World Cup, and so they are happy about that, and so everybody in the country is watching their women play World Cup. Thank you all for watching. Please like the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I'm trying to raise money to create. This is my phone. I'm trying to get an actual computer to do full editing, so you won't see me pushing the stuff, and it'll actually be quality stuff. Not that this isn't great quality, but you know. So you can do that at paypal.me/Shakaama. paypal.me/Shakaama. Thank you all for watching.